Today I'm going to be doing a comparison of the Fitbit Versa 3 and the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Hey, this is Greg with Discovering Strength, a channel focused on fitness tips and product reviews for the average guy or girl trying to get in shape through strength training. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing below. Alright, so I have had the Fitbit Versa 3 now for about 2 weeks, and I jumped ship from Samsung. I had the Samsung Galaxy Watch for about 2 years, and before that I had the Samsung S2. So today I'm going to be doing a comparison of the two smartwatches, explain a little bit why I jumped ship, and just see how they differ. Alright, so I think the biggest question is, you know, the Fitbit Versa 3 right now is selling for $230, and you can pick up the Galaxy Watch, which is only 2 years old and a very capable watch, for between $150 to $190. So the question is, you know, is it worth it to go with the Versa 3 if you happen to find yourself in the situation of you already have this watch, or you're maybe looking at this watch as an option. Alright, so both the Fitbit and the Samsung Galaxy Watch, they've got a lot of the same sensors. So both of them do heart rate monitoring. They both have built-in GPS. They both have the SpO2 sensor, the altimeter, and the accelerometer. So I believe that the Galaxy Watch has one or two other sensors, but by and large, you know, they have the same sensors on them. Alright, so for battery life, the Versa 3 does do better. They advertise that it can last up to 6 days. I didn't find that to be the case. I found that it lasted just under 4 days. And on the Galaxy Watch, that's still getting me about 3 days worth of battery life. So, you know, it's pretty similar, but the Versa 3 is a little bit better in that category. Okay, so both Samsung and Fitbit have their own proprietary app, and both of those apps essentially have the same capabilities. I think they're both very good. They both are compatible with a lot of different third-party devices. So for example, I use a smart scale, and it syncs with both of the apps. Alright, and when I think of a smartwatch, really the functionality that I think sets it apart from other watches is the fact that you can get notifications from your cell phone directly onto your watch. Both of these watches do that, and they, you know, really perform about the same. They work well. I don't see any issues with the Fitbit versus the Samsung. Really my biggest gripe with Samsung, the main reason that I went away from the Galaxy Watch, is the heart rate monitoring. I found it to be very unreliable when I'm working out, and that's really the main time that I want to use the heart rate tracking. Okay, so now related to fitness tracking are some of the key metrics you get when working out. I found that the Fitbit Versa 3 recorded higher on calories burned and my total steps for the day. There was a pretty significant difference. So for example, with calories burned, after about an hour and a half workout, I was on average around 800 calories burned with the Fitbit, and only 530 on the Galaxy Watch. Now it seemed to me that with the Fitbit, that the algorithm took into account the heart rate more than the Galaxy Watch. I've noticed after 2 years of using the Galaxy Watch that more or less I'd burn exactly the same number of calories, just depending on the length of time, and it seemed like it wasn't taking into account the heart rate all that much. Alright, and then I found that for my steps, that the Fitbit was actually sometimes 1,000 to 3,000 steps higher than the Galaxy Watch. And that difference is based on my average steps between about 6,000 and 10,000 steps a day. So 1,000 to 3,000 steps is pretty significant. Overall, I would tend to believe that the Fitbit is more accurate in heart rate, steps, and calories burned.
Alright, so the one feature that sets the Versa 3 apart against the Galaxy Watch is that it has Alexa built in. And I do think that that's huge. I use it very extensively. And honestly, Samsung's got Bixby, and Bixby sucks. It's the absolute worst thing ever.
Alright, so another big difference is the weight of these watches. The Galaxy Watch is significantly heavier and larger. So going from the Galaxy Watch to the Versa 3, it feels like there's almost nothing on my wrist.
Alright, so by and large, I found that the Samsung operating system, it's the Tizen operating system, is just much more responsive and smooth. I think it's better developed than Fitbit. And then I also really love with the Galaxy Watch how they have the rotating bezel, and that's how you navigate through all the apps. I think that is still, best in class for navigating through apps on a smartwatch.
So another difference with the Galaxy Watch is that it does have 4 gigabytes of onboard storage. So you can load your own music on there and listen to it as you run or something like that without having to take your phone with you. Personally, I don't see much value in that. I loaded music on there initially and have honestly never used it. Also, the Galaxy Watch does come in an LTE version, so you can essentially use it independent of your phone. But honestly, I always have my phone on me anyway, so I don't see a big value added for me. Some people might, especially those that run and they don't want to have their phone with them.
Alright, when it comes to charging your watch, Samsung has wireless charging, and it comes with a cradle that it sits in, and it works really, really well. So in comparison, Fitbit is still behind the times, and they've got this cable that you attach to the back. It works fine, but it's really clunky.
Alright, so a feature that I find to be very useless on both watches is the Samsung Pay and the Fitbit Pay. I just don't see an application where it's all that useful. I find it much more user-friendly to pay with my cell phone, and I always have my cell phone with me. So I just don't see the appeal of being able to pay with my watch. Alright, so that is the comparison of the Galaxy Watch and the Fitbit Versa 3. Overall, I'm really happy with the Fitbit Versa 3. What I found with wearing a smartwatch is that the capabilities that I use and I want the most are the fitness tracking features. And definitely the Versa 3 is much better than the Galaxy Watch. So I'd recommend that anyone that is looking for the functionality of a smartwatch and the capability of a fitness tracker, especially very accurate metrics, to go with the Versa 3 over the Galaxy Watch. That being said, the Galaxy Watch still is a very capable smartwatch, and it's a great value right now. So if you're not as concerned with the fitness portions, go with the Galaxy Watch. Alright, so that does it for the comparison of the Fitbit Versa 3 and the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Let me know in the comments below if you got any questions, and we'll see you next time.